paid program does not necessarily reflect the views of News Radio 830 KHVH, its staff, or management.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sale. If you have any questions regarding real estate, give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383.
What's that number?
That's 521-8383. Or check us out on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is Attilio. And, you know, I was at the Swamp Romp this morning, totally covered in mud from head to toe. And I ran into this lady, and she started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. And I said, well, you know, those are great questions, but I highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have?
You know, I think I saw your mom there at the Swamp Romp this morning. She was pretty dirty. So
if you hear anything on today's show that may be deemed as tax or legal advice, go seek an attorney or CPA. But you could call in and ask a question because we do have an attorney in the studio, but we're going to tell you more about that later. Because today we're going to talk about real estate, because that's what we are. We're realtors.
That's right. Now, we do have a quote from Jim Rohn. Mm-hmm. And today's quote is on happiness. So, learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Mm-hmm. Happiness is not an accident, nor is it something you wish for. Happiness is something you design. How sad to see a father with money and no joy. The man studied economics but never studied happiness. The greatest source of unhappiness comes from inside. Happiness is the art of learning how to get joy from your substance. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, deep.
That's some long quotes, man. I feel like I'm in church. Is this a radio show or are we in church?
It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
This
okay,
is not
good.
church.
Yeah, you know, nothing wrong with church, though. Church is good. There's a message. But we have a message today, too. So, hey, okay, now you got to follow with me.
Okay, yes. Now we have the learning story now.
Do you see where you come in? Okay, get ready now.
I'm
Don't
ready.
mess up. Here we go.
I was born ready.
The market is heating up, but you still need to be priced right.
Okay, what do you mean by that, Attilio?
Well, I'm glad you asked. No matter how low inventory is, if you're priced higher than the market is willing to bear, your home is just going to sit. So there's only three components of, to selling a home. The most important being what, Adrienne?
Price.
Price, that's correct. Adrienne, are you a rocket scientist?
No.
No?
Not
okay.
Last time I checked.
Good. Because you don't have to be one to figure out why your home is not selling if you currently have it listed and you're not in escrow. It's price. Mm-hmm. Okay, the second one is location. Can't do nothing about that unless you are going to pick your house up and move it if your location's bad. The last one is promotion of your home. We spend how much money per month?
Well over $12,000 a month.
Yeah, well over $12,000 a month on marketing. And we're doing some of the things that no other realtors are doing and can't do because there are what we have is called market exclusivity on some of the things we're doing. What does that mean, market exclusivity, Adrienne?
All right. So some of the systems that we use were offered just to one realtor per market. And tag, we're it.
Tag, we're it.
That's
so if
right.
you want to learn more about what we're doing that no other realtors are doing and can't because of that market exclusivity, give us a call at, and what's the number they're going to call?
They can call me at 227-2703.
What's that number?
227-2703.
By the way, we're doing that right now. Okay, so...
wait, what are we doing right now?
Oh, I don't know. I put that in the script and I'm just reading it. It makes no sense, but I read it anyway. So read the next line.
Oh, yes, that's right. We're only 1 hour local real estate show in the States. Yes.
Redo. See, this is a radio show. We don't care if we mess up. We just go again. Okay, so by the way, we're doing that right now.
What are we doing right now, Attilio?
This radio show.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's
yes,
right.
That's right. Okay, wait, no, that's you. Go.
We're the only local.
What the heck? I wrote this stuff, and I don't even know how to do it.
Well, you know what?
Go.
I don't trust you when you write stuff because sometimes you like sneak in like dirty jokes and F-bombs. So.
Yeah, there you go. But you never read them. You don't fall for it. So go, read the last line.
We are the only 1 hour local real estate radio show in the state. I could be wrong, but this is my understanding.
Okay. And you know what? Speaking of education.
Yes.
Tell us about education.
For your children's kindergarten through 12th grade learning needs, we recommend American Renaissance Academy, located in Kapolei. They provide students a rigorous, individualized, and comprehensive college preparatory education. It's accomplished by challenging students to think critically and creatively while instilling in them a passion for artistic growth and lifelong learning. You can check them out at arahawaii.org. That's arahawaii.org.
Okay, and is it true they have no homework?
It is.
It is.
As long as they're good with their time management.
Yeah, because they have the learning labs after school. And you know what kids say about no homework? Yes, we polled. That's a survey results of polling children about no homework.
That's what my kids say.
So we want to talk about a featured property?
Sure. Let's talk about a featured property.
It says so in the script.
All right. Well, then that's what we're going to do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I think this is the featured property and a success story all in one.
Yes.
This one right here. All right, so this one is in Eva Gentry, Portobello, listed at $289. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family. It's like a CPR single family home. It's one of those reverse floor plans. So the master bedroom's downstairs, and then you go up the stairs, and there's the other 2 bedrooms, kitchen, and living space there.
So mom and dad can hang out on the first floor. All the kids can go nuts upstairs.
That's right.
Hopefully they're not playing basketball or anything, though, because they're upstairs.
Yeah, that would be pretty annoying.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so anyways, it's a brand new listing, and here's where we go into the success part. So
yes.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah, we're sitting down with these clients in our office and we say, you know what, I think we're going to get your home sold before the first open or anybody sees it. And you know what they said? No way!
They didn't believe us.
You know what I said? I have a very sophisticated listing presentation. You know what I said? Yes way.
I thought you said, you know what, we have a buyer for your house.
They said no way, and we said yes way.
Us.
That was the listing presentation, just yes way.
Sign here.
Yeah.
And they did.
So what happened?
So less than 24 hours later, we get one offer.
Yes.
And then 5 hours after that, we get another offer.
And another.
And then another. And another.
One last one.
Yeah, so there was like 4 offers within 48 hours of us listing this home.
But anyway, this is a short sale, so we know they take a long time. Buyers come and go. So just because there's offers on it doesn't mean those are the people we're going to open escrow with.
Unless they're patient.
Unless they're extremely patient. Patient as a monk, but patience is a virtue, but it's not very common, which is the challenge.
Yes.
So a lot of people will come and go, and so we would not dissuade you from... You know, you got to go to this open because we're shutting down the showings. But you can still...
so the open is going to be tomorrow.
Yes.
From 2 to 4.
Yes.
And Roberta Felez is going to be out there.
So go take a look at it. Put your offer in. You never know. It's just like the lottery. You can't win unless you play.
Well, you know what, though? Like with our short sales, though, I think that there's, you know, a higher probability of a quicker turn time, right? So this one, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be done with this in maybe 90 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak it.
Okay.
Okay. So, I do have another success story, or actually it's a testimonial. I want to give a shout out to Roberta Felez. So, Roberta's clients, they filled out this testimonial. I think it was on Zillow. So, as first-time home buyers, I couldn't have asked for a better realty than Team Lally. 3 months prior to moving to Hawaii from the mainland, we began our search online by looking at pictures and viewing videos of current listings. They must have been looking at our listings in Kaneohe and Kailua. We were so fortunate to have Roberta Felez as our agent. She was knowledgeable, patient, and honest. She even went out of her way to go and record videos of a few homes. Via email and over the phone, she addressed all of my questions and concerns. By the time we arrived, we were so well prepared and closed on the house we wanted in no time. If we buy or sell again, we're definitely calling Team Lally. And that's from Yi and Jason Brock. So,
awesome.
Good job, Roberta. So, do we have a by the way?
By the way. I do this at home with my kids. They're like, Dad, can we watch TV? And I go, by the way, Angelo, one of the things that we recommend to get the most value in regards to getting your home ready for sale, and he's like, Dad, is professional cleaning. And the cleaning company we recommend is Spots Cleaning and Maintenance. Give Flo and Frank a call at 383-5843. 383-5843. They are licensed and insured and can do residential and commercial cleaning. Look, folks, I'm a certified clean freak. Just ask my wife. This is the only company I trust to clean our properties. And I hear total cool background music.
Yes. So what that means is that we do need to take a quick break, but don't go too far. When we come back, we
have a guest in the studio.
We do, so stay tuned.
Hey, Sean Hannity here with some important news for home sellers. The marketing plan that your realtor uses for attracting buyers is critical to create demand to sell it for the most money possible. In Honolulu, the realtor you need to talk to is Adrienne Lally of Team Lally, who has a national marketing program to guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or she'll have it bought for cash. Now, while the average agent attracts few buyers a month and sells less than 10 homes a year, Adrienne, on average, attracts hundreds of buyers every month and sells homes each and every week. If you're not happy along the way, she lets you fire her and pay nothing. Call Adrienne Lally of Team Lally today at 227-2703. That's 227-2703. Or go to the web, teamlallyrealestateshow.com. That's teamlallyrealestateshow.com. And don't forget, by the way, check out Team Lally Real Estate and the show every Saturday morning right here on KHVH.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loan Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines. Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all of these benefits and help you get on track with getting pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing credit on your next home purchase. So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and a $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sale, here on AM 830 KHVH. We're on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. If you have any questions regarding real estate, give us a call. We're here at the station. That number is 521-8383. That's 521-8383.
Should we tell them about Brad?
Why wouldn't we tell them about Brad?
By the way, if you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016, 591-8016. So, Adrienne.
Yes.
What do you mean? Well, you were supposed to say that part. Okay, what did I mean by the moment of truth?
Okay, what did you mean? Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use. But we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance need. So keep in mind, when buying a home, the cost of insurance should be taken into consideration. I personally trust Bradley with my own home, so you can give him a call. That number is 591-8016.
What's that number?
591-8016.
Well, we have our guests in the studio, and one of the things we tell our guests, hey, relax. Just pretend you're coming over to Adrienne's house to talk story. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the door. Who's there? Adrienne, could you get the door?
Yes, it looks like it's Ethan.
It's Ethan. Come on in.
Hi there.
Hi. Yeah, come on. Would you like something to drink?
Diet Mountain Dew would do.
Okay, so Adrienne, do you have an introduction?
Yes, I pulled Ethan's bio from his website.
Okay, go ahead.
And by the way, what is your website, Ethan?
Our website is www.okuralaw.com. That's OKURALAW.com.
Okay, so you can check them out there. So Ethan focuses his practice on estate planning, trust and estates, elder law, including Medicaid planning and protecting assets from nursing home costs, as well as probate. He received his Bachelor of Arts degree from Brigham Young University in 1999. And looks like he's had a minor in Japanese. And let's see. You have for your first years of practice, Ethan was an associate in a New York City office. And now you've returned home back in 2005 to join Okura and Associates. So welcome, Ethan. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Okay.
So we got some questions for you.
Yes, we do.
Go ahead, Adrienne.
Well, this is not the question I should be asking because this is foreign to me.
Yeah, okay, in the mainland, they want to know what college you graduated from, what kind of degree you got, were you a valedictorian, top of your class, all that good stuff. Hawaii, we don't care about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we want to know? What high school you graduate from?
I graduated from Hilo High School.
Hilo High School. All right. So the next question is, how did you get to Hawaii? No, we always ask that of all the guests. So people say, how I got to Hawaii. I said, my mom. I was born here. So, what was it like being, raised on? Were you born and raised on Hilo?
I was raised in Hilo.
Yeah.
But I was actually born in California.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So my dad's from Hilo. When he was in law school at Stanford University, I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 1, they moved back to Hilo.
Okay.
So all my brothers and sisters were born in Hilo, but I was raised there.
And Steven, we like the computer sound effects. We're hearing, we're hearing it in our headphones, but I'm not sure if our listeners are hearing you typing and your mouse clicking and all that. Are they? They are. Oh, okay.
That's just the extra sound effect.
We're so busy in the studio that you actually hear people working.
All right, Ethan. So what is your topic about today?
Today, I wanted to talk about protecting assets from nursing home costs, primarily the home. Is that the biggest asset that most people have?
You know what you got to tell people? I'm a CYA attorney. Cover your assets.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Exactly.
You can, first time you use it, 25 cents royalty to me. All other uses thereafter are completely free.
So to our listeners out there, if you have questions about covering your assets, you can call 521-8383. That's 521-8383. We have Ethan Okura here, who's an expert.
I so want to say okay, Urala, but it's not. It's Okura law.
Okura law.
Yes.
All right. So what are the basic asset requirements to qualify for Medicaid long-term care?
So for older patients who end up going to nursing home,
Mm-hmm.
they have to meet certain asset requirements, as the Medicaid program is designed for people with limited resources.
Mm-hmm.
And for a single person, they have $2,000 that they can have in countable assets.
Mm-hmm.
They're also allowed some exempt assets. They can own a home, they can own a car, they can have a burial plot and a funeral plan, a wedding ring and an engagement ring, and those assets we don't count the value of. But other than that, anything they own, rental property, cash, CDs, life insurance cash value, retirement plans, they can only have $2,000 in order to qualify for Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a married couple, they can have $117,920 as of this year combined, and still qualify for Medicaid.
Oh, wow.
So why is there such a big difference between single and married? That's kind of strange.
Seems like discrimination against the single people, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, the idea there is that the state wants each person to pay for their own care as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a single person who's in the nursing home, basically they're expecting that you'd use all your assets to pay for your care, and once you run out, then the state will step in and help you.
Mm.
If you have a healthy spouse who's living at home, they figure that the spouse at home needs assets to live on. If they have to replace their roof, if they have to, whatever expenses they come up with, they need to have some resources to rely on. And so they allow the spouse resource allowance. If both husband and wife end up going to a nursing home, then they can each have $2,000. So that kind of equalizes it out.
That makes sense.
So wait, now how much was it for single and how much for married?
$2,000 for single person. For a married couple where one is in the nursing home and one is healthy at home, they can have combined $117,920.
Oh, wow. It's good to be married.
But if they both go in to the long-term care, then it's $2,000 each.
Okay, don't drink and smoke and practice.
All right, so we have another question for you here. Do I have to spend down all my assets to qualify for Medicaid?
I'm glad you asked that. This is one of the
myths, right?
Yeah. This is the thing that I cringe when I hear people say. These are the two words that almost everyone will say: spend down. They say if you have assets and you're in a nursing home, it doesn't matter. The social worker, the nursing home, financial consultant, even most attorneys will tell their clients, spend down. If you spend your money, pay the nursing home, after a year you run out of money, then you can apply for Medicaid. Oftentimes we'll see clients selling their home, which is where you come in to help them.
Yes.
So that they can come up with cash to pay for their nursing home
care.
costs.
Yeah.
And then they'll spend all of that cash, and then when they run out, they can get on Medicaid.
Yeah.
There are actually legal loopholes that are built into law that allow people to save a large portion of their assets. In almost every client case I see, we can save at least half of their assets, even at the time when they are going into a nursing home and there's not any planning time, when they're already paying. Most people think that you would have to give your assets away 5 years in advance in order to protect them from nursing home costs.
Yes.
And that's true, that if you give away your assets 5 years in advance, it won't affect your Medicaid application at the time. However, there are also ways to save your assets even when you're at the crisis situation, when you run out of money, or when you're in the nursing home and you're worried about running out of money. We can save about half of that in most cases. For a husband and wife, we can often save 100% of what they have.
So, so give us an example. The listeners hearing this and they're going, okay, I've fallen and I can't get up and I got to go to the care home and I have a home with no mortgage and I call up Team Lally and they want to list my home for sale. So how does that, what happens with that equity or?
Good question.
Yeah.
So the first thing to note is that when we're looking at Medicaid for nursing home costs, there's a penalty for transferring assets if it happens within the 5 years before you apply for Medicaid. There are some exceptions to that rule. So the first thing for the clients to realize is if they have certain family members living in the home with them, they may not even have to sell their home. So if they have a child who lived in the home with them for 2 years and have to take care of them, they can give the house to that child, just do a deed transferring it over, and there's no penalty for that, and they can get Medicaid right away, and the child can own the home.
Yes.
If there is a sibling, a brother or sister, who has equity interest, they own a percentage of the home with them, and that sibling lived with them for a year, they can transfer the home to that sibling and have no penalty for that transfer.
Okay.
And if they have a minor or disabled child, a child under the age of 21 or a disabled child living in the home, they can transfer it to that child with no penalty. And you can also transfer the home to your spouse with no penalty. But if you don't have one of those family members, then you call up Team Lally.
Yeah. And you adopt me as your son.
No. That would work.
Yeah. No, we're not telling you to adopt me as your son. Oh, but hey, I just want to stick in there. We are a real estate team, but when we sit down with our clients, it's always in their best interest. So if we sit down with you and you're in this scenario, and let's say you sit down with Ethan and he says, yeah, go ahead and sell it, and maybe that just doesn't work for your family for whatever reason. You guys want to keep the house? We're going to tell you, keep the house.
That's right.
We don't need to list it for sale.
We tell our clients that all the time.
Yes. So keep going, Ethan, with that. So
okay, so we're taking the scenario where there's someone who doesn't have an exempt family member to give the house to.
Yes.
And they decide to sell their house. So they list it with Team Lally, and they find a buyer in record time, close, and they get cash. At this point, most everyone thinks they have to spend that cash down to the $2,000 limit, or for a married couple, that $117,920.
So Vegas, red roulette, just put it all down.
Yeah,
No.
double it. But in actuality, there are ways that we can give away the assets to family members.
Okay.
If they want to leave it to their children, or their nephews and nieces, or whoever their loved ones are, whatever that inheritance they wanted to leave as a legacy, we can preserve almost in every case at least half of those assets.
Okay.
So there are ways that they can give it away, apply for Medicaid, and still have half of those assets saved. They don't have to give it all or spend it all down.
So they don't have to go write some big check to the Friends of Aina Haina Library.
No, and actually, even charitable donations can cause a penalty for Medicaid.
Oh,
so
wow.
If you give away your assets to charity, Medicaid can still penalize you and say you don't qualify for Medicaid.
So what you got to do? Just give it to Medicaid then. Donate it to Medicaid. A charitable donation to Medicaid. No.
There's an awful lot of rules.
Yeah.
There certainly are.
So we're hearing that cool
background music, and what does that mean?
That means that we have to take a quick break for the news, right? But don't go too far. When we come back, we'll be talking more with Ethan.
With Okura Law.
Yes.
The News Authority in Honolulu is News Radio 830 KHVH.
It's 74 degrees, mostly cloudy and breezy in Honolulu. I'm Julia Norton-Dennis. Here's what's happening. Syria's state news agency says a power outage has plunged Damascus in southern Syria into darkness. The country's electricity minister attributes the blackout to a failed high-tension line. A blackout last month was blamed on a rebel attack. It left many residents with no heat or on a cold winter night. Police now say a bomb that's killed scores of people in southern Pakistan was hidden in a water tank. Officials say at least 63 people were killed, another 180 wounded when the bomb exploded in a mostly Shiite neighborhood in Quetta. It went off in a vegetable market crowded with women and children. The State House yesterday gave preliminary approval to a bill defining sweepstakes machines as gambling devices. That bill was approved one day after police raided 6 arcades in Ke'eaumoku, Aiea, and the Stadium Mall, seizing 22 machines. The store owners have gone to court claiming that the machines are legal because they are running a sweepstakes with prizes. Autopsies conducted yesterday on 74-year-old Elaine Ahu and her 45-year-old daughter Rhonda Lynn revealed both died from traumatic injuries to the head and brain from a gunshot wound. 34-year-old Sean Matsumoto, Rhonda Ahu's boyfriend, has been charged with first and second-degree murder in the case. Mayor Kirk Caldwell is asking the City Council to approve a salary increase from $200,000 to $250,000 for the Honolulu Medical Examiner. The city has tried unsuccessfully to hire a new director for the Medical Examiner's office since 2009, when former Medical Examiner Dr. Kanti Aldewies retired. The Salary Commission will consider the request next Tuesday, then the city must approve. High surf for North and West Shores today, partly sunny, windy, high in the low 80s. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low near 69. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, currently 74.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Did you know you can get a mortgage loan for a purchase with little or no down payment? Well, you can with Jeff Howard of Man Mortgage. That's right. There are a number of low down payment loans available, such as FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans, with some requiring no money down to as little as 3.5% down. With Jeff Howard of Man Mortgage, they can even offer ways to also provide no closing cost loans. That's all the costs built into your interest rate to allow you, on some products, to walk into a home with nothing out of pocket. Look Jeff Howard up on the web at teamhowardhomeloans.com. That's teamhowardhomeloans.com. Or call 258-7653. That's 258-7653. That's also 258-SOLD. NMLS license number 470411. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hey, listen, folks, before we jump back in, here's yet again another great success story from Adrienne Lally and her team. Now, we all know this, not everyone has a house they're trying to sell. Some of you folks may even have condominiums to put on the market. Well, this success story is about a Waikiki condo, and here's what happened. Adrienne Lally listed a Waikiki condo, and after just a couple of days on the market, that's just 2 days on the market, Adrienne had 2 full-price cash offers. Now, even better than that, the condo closed in, are you ready, just 10 days. That's right, just 10 days. Now, these success stories results, they speak for themselves, but what you need to do is give Adrienne a call. Call today. Find out how Team Lally can help you. And remember this, that Adrienne Lally guarantees to sell your home for the amount agreed to by the deadline you set, or she'll buy your home for cash. Do this. Give Team Lally a call today, 227-2703, so they can help you too. And be sure to listen to the Team Lally radio program every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon here on KHVH Radio.
Party people!
All right, welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show here on AM 830 KHVH. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And today we're talking about real estate, and we have a guest, Ethan Okura.
She has challenges with Japanese and Hawaiian names.
I do. But
so if your name is
Okura,
and you live on Makahayaku Street, she's going to get lost. And she's not going to, she could ask for directions, and people are like, huh? What? Where do you want to go? Who? So anyway, we're here with Ethan from Okura Law. And you know what he's talking about today? CYA, cover your assets.
That's right.
So let's talk more about that, because it's
Medicaid,
an important...
Medicaid spend down.
Medicaid spend down.
The buzzword there.
That's an important topic. So again, to refresh us, Ethan, what is the challenge that people are facing, the common myths, and then let's keep going with the solution.
That's right.
Sure. So the challenge is, when we look at estate planning, most attorneys are addressing 2 things, probate and estate taxes. That's what you hear all the time. This year, as of January 2nd, President Obama signed a law passed by Congress that makes our estate tax exemption permanently at $5 million, adjusted for inflation. That is until Congress decides to change it again.
Gotcha.
But for now, what we're looking at is a $5,250,000 exemption from estate taxes as of this year. So for most people, they don't have an estate tax problem.
Yes.
There are those who do have assets in that range, and there are planning techniques for them. But for the average client, for most people out there, estate taxes isn't even a concern. Probate is a bit of a humbug, and it's nice to avoid it. It takes time. We have to go through the court process. It becomes public record. But in terms of cost, typically it's not much more than $5,000 to $10,000 to do an average probate with a home and some assets. And so expense-wise, that's not the biggest threat that most people are facing. What we see for most of our clients is nursing home costs eats up the largest percentage of most people's estates.
Okay.
The Kaiser Family Foundation did a study and found that for people over age 65, about 45% will spend some time in a nursing home. That's almost 1 in 2 people. And the average stay is 2.5 years. And what we found in Hawaii is that the average cost is somewhere between $8,000 to $12,000 per month for nursing home costs.
Wow.
So live a long life, enjoy it, and then hit a telephone pole right at the end. No, don't hit a telephone pole.
So yeah, when you look at what that means in dollars, $10,000 a month for 2.5 years is about $250,000 to $300,000 in expense. And that's what most people have this 45% chance of incurring. So when seeing that, we started specializing our practice in how to protect assets against that. And there are some techniques that we can use to try to help prevent that problem. One of the biggest things here is how to protect the home. And for a lot of people giving advice out there, they think, well, if I just give my home away to my kids or take it out of my name, then I don't have to worry about it, right? After 5 years, it's out of the look-back period for Medicaid, and I can qualify. The risk there is that when you give the home away, what if your kids turn around and kick you out of your own house?
Yes.
We've seen that happen.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we got clients that are like that.
Yeah. It's almost unbelievable.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So there's a way to do this where you can protect the home from nursing home costs and yet still protect yourself to be able to live in your home the rest of your life. So our clients can give away their home to their child but keep a life estate. A life estate is the right time life to own and live in and use and control the property exclusively, so that the children have no rights over the property until the parents have passed away, but they're already the owners on title for that purpose. And when we do that, Even if the patient goes to nursing home, gets on Medicaid, and the state wants to put a lien against their property to collect back whatever Medicaid's paid for them, that lien will only attach to the parent's life estate. And once the parent has passed away, the life estate extinguishes, it disappears, and there's nothing for that lien to collect from. So as long as they don't sell the property during the parent's lifetime, then they can go to a nursing home, get Medicaid, and the house is protected against a Medicaid lien.
See, I know about that life estate. We got Michelle in the studio. That's Ethan's sister, and that was like, we learned that in the broker class. That was like a test question. What is a life estate?
And we had a client that was doing that as well. So that's pretty savvy.
And there's a couple of other advantages besides the Medicaid side for having a life estate. One of them is related to capital gains taxes.
Okay.
When you buy a home and you pay whatever you paid for it, let's say $100,000, and 30 years later you're selling it for $600,000, there's $500,000 of profit there. It's called capital gains, and there's a tax on that. When you pass away owning the property and leave it to your heirs, then the heirs inherit it as if they bought it for the value on the date of your death.
Oh, wow.
We call that a stepped-up basis for capital gains taxes.
Okay.
When you give away your home during your lifetime, on the other hand, the basis is whatever you paid for it. So if you give your home to your children during your lifetime, the children take the property at whatever value you paid for it, let's say $100,000. So if they sell it anytime after that, there's that tax on the $500,000 profit. However, if you do the life estate strategy, you keep control over the property during your lifetime, the IRS treats it as if you didn't really give it away, even though it's protected and given away for Medicaid purposes.
Yes. And
so you'll get that stepped-up basis, and if your children sell the property after you pass away, then they have the value on the date of your death and could have no tax when they sell the property.
Well, you know, Ethan, I'm as sharp as a marble, and I was catching like maybe half of that. Because that's a lot of information, but it's good stuff.
Yes, it is.
So if I wanted to go to like maybe like a seminar and sit down for, how long is the seminars that you guys have? When are they, and how long are they, and where are they at?
Well, we're doing a free seminar on March 29th.
Wait, how much?
Free.
What?
Free.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Service to the public.
Yes.
March 29th and March 30th at Ala Moana Hotel in the conference rooms there.
Yes.
From 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And from 1:30 till 3:30 p.m. on Friday, the 29th.
Okay, and do you guys sometimes fill up on these things? I would imagine.
We do fill up.
Yeah.
So you have to call in, make a reservation to our office.
Yes.
And what's that number?
What's that number?
That number is 593-8885.
Yeah, give us that number one more time.
That's 593-8885.
Now, I know, too, you guys have a nice website, okuralaw.com.
That's correct.
Yep, and they can check it out there because I know the seminars are on there as well as your guys' contact information. They can see pictures of you guys. Check out your bio.
Helpful info.
Yeah.
Basic info.
We also have articles on estate planning issues that they can read.
Okay. And then who's supposed to update it with the seminar? Sterling. Sterling, go update the website. Put the new seminars on there, please.
All right. So Ethan, we got a couple more questions for you before we let you go.
Sure.
So what differentiates you or your company from other companies that do what you do?
Wait, and then hold on, Ethan. You know, listeners, if you're listening in and you want to, you're a frugal person, you like free advice, call the studio. What's the number, Adrienne?
That's 521-8383.
What's that number again?
521-8383.
And then Ethan will be hanging out in the studio, so after we say our goodbyes and go on to some other things, he'll still be here till the bottom of the hour to answer a quick question.
That's right.
It might be the only time you get free advice from a lawyer.
That's it.
Or you could go to the free seminar.
Free seminar. That's it.
Okay, so what differentiates you guys?
I think our biggest differentiation point is that we do specialize in helping clients get this Medicaid for nursing home costs. And we've helped hundreds of clients over the last 10, 20 years to qualify for Medicaid. And rather than just giving some advice, preparing some documents, and leaving people on their way, we can help our clients all the way through the entire process of applying, helping them find placements in nursing homes or foster homes, and holding their hand until they're actually approved for Medicaid. And sometimes it's a battle where they have a complicated case and the Medicaid workers need to understand what's going on and they have a difficult time explaining it. And we're able to help them walk through that whole process.
You guys are like the Hakuna Matata of the legal world. It's the circle of life, and you're helping them at the end. Do you guys sing in the office?
I like to sing.
Yeah. Ain't no worries because we're going to Okura Law. Oh, anyway, so one last question.
Yes. So
we like this question.
Yes, this is an interesting question. So, what is the most interesting or weird, funny experience you've had doing what you do?
Let's see. I did have one client, and he was going into a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
He had some cash, and he was asking me about the Medicaid qualification rules. So I told him about how you can have a home, you can have a car, you can have a funeral plan, and those are exempt assets we don't count the value of. And he said, wait a minute, so I can have a car? I can buy a new car? I said, sure. Any car I want? Absolutely. He says, you know, Mr. Okura, I always wanted a Jaguar, and my wife would never let me buy one.
Oh.
I'm going to go buy a Jaguar. Could I go buy a Jaguar? I said, if that's what you want, sure. You don't have to spend down your assets. We can save the cash if you want for family members. But if you want a Jaguar, by all means, go buy one. He went out and spent $70,000 cash to buy a brand new Jaguar, and the very next month qualified for Medicaid.
Oh, wow.
The funny thing about it was he couldn't even drive. He was in a wheelchair.
He was in a wheelchair?
He was.
You should. Okay, you guys got to do the commercial. He's in the wheelchair at the dealership. They get in the keys, and then they roll the music. Who let the dogs out? Steve, where's my sound effect? Who let the... No. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, he got to enjoy riding in the passenger seat when his son would pick him up from the nursing home and take him out to dinner.
Well, that's a sweet story. He finally got the Jaguar.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just like that Ferris Bueller where the parking lot attendants took the guy's Porsche, and they're like totally catching air, slow motion, and then you cue on his face and you pull out, but he's in the passenger side, and they're playing that music. Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs
out?
Who let the dogs out?
There we go. We got an awesome producer. You can just pull songs out of the air.
So, okay, so one more time before we let you go, Ethan, could you give us your website, phone number, and then the dates of that, the free seminar?
Yes.
Sure. Our website, again, is www.okuralaw.com. That's OKURALAW.com. And our phone number is 593-8885. If you call in right now, there's nobody in the office on the weekend, but we'll catch up to you during the business week.
Yeah, they'll call you first thing on Monday. When's the seminars?
March 29th and 30th at Alamoana Hotel.
And they're 9:30 to 11:30?
9:30 to 11:30 Friday and Saturday, 1:30 to 3:30 on Friday.
Absolutely free, but you gotta RSVP. If you
right.
want the info, you gotta call their...
The CYA.
CYA, cover your assets.
All right, so we got to take a short break, but don't go too far. When we come back, we have 2 more featured properties to talk about.
Yes.
Need a property manager? Hire the broker, Alana Jo Dela Cruz, with Kama'aina Property Management. 398-2119. That's 398-2119. Or you can go to payrent.or moveout.com. The way your property is managed today determines its value tomorrow. Call Alana Jo Dela Cruz for all your property management needs. 398-2119. Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live. With our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate, it's the ultimate paradise. However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes. Ew!
Keeping them out is important for safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home. Let Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests. We offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kama'aina team protect your investment. Call us today for a free estimate, 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They are there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha.
We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972. Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sale program here on AM 830 KHVH. We're on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. If you have any questions, you can give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383. That's 521-8383. Or visit us on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
By the way, if you want to receive a free book, it's called The Honolulu Real Estate Guide, written by Adrienne Lally. I know what you're thinking. Where does she get the time to write a book? She found it. So just send us an email to info@teamlally.com. You know, if you're one of those frugal people and you're like, it's Valentine's Day or something, I want to get something for my wife, get her the real estate guide. Then contact the nearest divorce attorney. Okay, it retails on Amazon for $20 plus shipping. We're gonna send it to you absolutely free for $75 shipping.
No, free.
No, free shipping.
Free shipping.
Okay, free shipping.
And I might even add a little personal note there.
Yes, that reminds me, personal note, like signing the books. Who was that told me? Oh, it was David Livingston. He said, I only read books that the author signed.
Yes. Okay, so do we have some properties here to talk about?
We could do that. It is a real estate show.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we've talked about this one before, but we're going to talk about it again because it's such a nice home.
This listing it's like a star in our inventory.
It is a star.
Oh, what road is it on?
It's on Star Road.
Oh, okay.
2210 Star Road. It's listed at $749. It's going to be open tomorrow from 3:30 to 5. Cherie is going to be out there.
I call it the brand new bride listing because it's got a little bit of old, a little bit of new, and something blue.
There's no blue.
And something borrowed.
Something old, something new.
I have to just put that stuff in because that's how it works with the story.
Go
ahead.
Put some there's blue flowers. I bet you there's some blue flowers in the yard there.
Okay, Star Road.
There is very nice landscaping, and the kitchen's been completely remodeled with granite and new cabinets and beautiful light fixtures. I think the fans. Those are my favorite part of this house. I love the fans.
High tech.
They're so cool.
Decorative, very unique. All the fans are unique.
Yes. So go check it out. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, listed at $749. It's going to be open tomorrow from 3:30 to 5.
Look for the Team Lally open house signs.
That's right. All right. So we have a topic.
We do. We have these topics. We have topics that we never talk about.
But we're going to talk about this one today because it's an important topic because it's happening right now.
Yes. What's happening with the real estate market?
So what we're going to talk about is the secrets of buying a home when faced with multiple offers. So our real estate market here in Oahu has dramatically shifted, I think, in 2013.
And you know what? In this competitive market, you see how I just skipped to that part?
Yes.
You must be prepared. Here are 4 tips to keep in mind to help you. What are they?
Okay. Tip number one. Time is of the essence. You must make your home search a priority.
Wait. Start again. So you say it, and then I say, well, what do you mean by that? Okay. So you go back and forth. Okay, do it again. Number one is time is of the essence. Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
All right. So you must make your home search a priority. It might mean leaving work a little early or visiting a home over your lunch break. Or it might mean not even visiting the home at all and
just write the offer.
Okay, do it already.
Number 2 says make the offer quickly. No, why don't we just wait and think about it? What happens then?
You miss out.
I used to get up early in the morning, but my sisters were up before me, and they ate the donuts before I got up. And you know what my dad said? Boy, snooze, you lose. That's what's happening in today's real estate market.
So
you're going to miss
snooze.
the donuts.
Don't miss the donuts.
Make an offer quickly.
Yes. All right. So make sure that once you do get an offer, you find the right home, that you make your offer strong.
Strong. What's some ways to make an offer strong?
Well, you want to have your pre-approval.
Well, I thought maybe you show up to their house with like 5 mokes.
No.
That's a strong offer.
Well, that's one definition of strong, but that's not what we're talking about here.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So you want to make sure you have a pre-approval from we prefer to see a local lender that we've worked with before.
Yeah, we have experience with, yes.
That's always helpful rather than some online fly-by-night because you know what happens when
Yeah, and you don't, okay, so folks, we'll give you a tip on our
Yeah.
listings. You don't have to go with our lenders. It's not required.
No.
We recommend it because it gives our sellers confidence that you're getting a pre-approval with lenders that we have past experience with. And I don't know, how many transactions did we close last year?
135.
135. So, yeah, we got a little bit of experience with these lenders, and they aim to please. I mean, not like they're going to qualify you for more just because you're working with us, but it's going to give confidence to the seller that you're going to not only be able to open escrow, but more importantly,
you'll be able to close.
that would be nice.
That's right.
Okay,
Yep.
keep going.
Okay, so on a strong offer, you want to come, as long as the property is priced correctly, you want to come in close to or at asking price.
Yes.
And you don't want to be asking for closing costs. So what happens if you need closing costs? What should a buyer do?
Well, they might want to check out one of our preferred lenders
That's
that
right.
could help them with that.
They could roll the cost in.
Yes, roll the costs in. And so what you should be is be totally nitpicky, be a total pain in the butt, ask for everything under the sun, and just no, we should not do that in today's market.
That's
you
right.
want to be totally accommodating to the seller because the seller is king in this market right now. Not in all areas, but in most of the neighbors on Oahu when there's low supply.
All right, and then the last tip is find a knowledgeable agent.
Yes.
So before you start to shop, you must find a good buyer's agent who's knowledgeable about the market you're considering.
Speaking of buyer agents, do we have a buyer hotline?
We do.
What's that number?
And that number is 234-4421. That's 234-4421.
No, I would say that I would work with a buyer agent, but I'd want to make sure that they're part of a team. And maybe, what if they had their own inventory?
That would be awesome.
Oh, would that be Team Lally?
That would be us, yeah.
Okay, and how many listings do we have right now?
I think we're like 43.
43. We
And
got
counting.
inventory. We
That's
got
right.
inventory, folks.
We have coming soon inventory too.
So if you're tired of being beat out, you should call the buyer hotline at
234-4421.
Okay. Any more tips?
That's all for now.
Okay.
So, but buying a home in today's market should be a great experience, and I think Team Lally can make it like that for you.
And not a good experience
Agreed.
because good is the enemy of great.
That's right.
That's from Bob. Uncle
Okay.
Bob.
So
Another
we just
property?
have we have a couple minutes left here, so we do need to talk about this last, but not least, property. And
Okay.
this is special.
Yeah.
This is going to be a special one because Attilio is going to be out there tomorrow
Yeah, you're gonna get to meet me.
in person.
And I will tell you right now, I think I've sat maybe 5 open houses in my entire life as a real estate, wait, are we saying why not? As a realtor. So this would be my 5th open house.
Maybe I'll come help you with all those signs, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put out like 15 open house signs.
No, I think it's about like 20.
20.
And we'll have the Remax balloon.
The open house is in Waikele. My first open house is going to be in Aiea. The sign going to be in Aiea. And it's going to work your way all the way to the house.
All right, so this is the only golf course frontage home in Waikele that's currently listed.
Yeah,
and
what is it? Waikele on the Green? Something like that's the neighborhood.
Okay, yep. So 725,000, 3
Kukula
bedroom, 2.5 bath. It does have an extra area that's like a den, but could be used as a 4th bedroom if you wanted to.
10 seconds.
Okay, so fully renovated kitchen and beautiful travertine tile floors. So it's going to be open tomorrow from 2 to 3:30. Attilio.
No offers.
No offers just
What?
yet. Well, we've had offers, but just nothing that.
Not right now. Come get it.
Not right now. It's your opportunity now.
I'm going to have to quote you what my dad said. If you don't come to this open house, don't put an offer in. Snooze, you lose.
That's right. Snooze, you lose.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Hey, where's the cool music, producer?
There
we
we
go. Now we can thank the sponsors. All right. Jeff Howard of Team Howard and Man Mortgage.
Gabe Ame with Hawaii VA Loans and Home Loan Financial.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Mike Metz with Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control.
Alana Dela Cruz, Kama'aina Property Management.
Flo and Frank with Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Damon Hudson, American Renaissance Academy.
Tad Rentra and Janice Merlin from Permit Check.
And Bradley, Adrienne knows how to pronounce the last name, Maruyama of Allstate Insurance.
We have Matt Fortier with Fidelity National Title.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to theteamlally.com and check out our business partner page under our link section.
We also want to give a big thank you to Stephen and Rachel, our producers here in the studio.
And our studio audience, Michelle,
That's right.
and our guest, Ethan.
So make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed
Sold
Program.
We can't sell your house. It's
Every weekday morning at 6. The Rick Hamada Program.
Are you kidding me?
KHVH Honolulu, Hawaii's home for Fox News.